Call the member for Everton.
I rise to speak in support of school chaplains, or chappies as they are known in Queensland schools. Yesterday the High Court ruled that the current federal funding model for school chaplaincy is invalid. Whilst on the surface this seems to be a disappointing outcome for the tens of thousands of chaplaincy supporters and the over 500 school chaplains we have in our schools, in reality it is a mere hiccup for a service which has well and truly proven its worth in Queensland schools. A small group of zealots based in Toowoomba, people who pursue their anti-religion agenda with more evangelistic zeal than any evangelical church I know, are today crowing about a great victory. But what victory have they had? Their motivation behind the High Court challenge was to rid schools of chaplains on the grounds that this program contravened the principle of the separation of church and state. The High Court yesterday unanimously ruled that 7-0 that the chaplaincy program does not violate the Constitution's protection of freedom of religion. This aspect of the challenge was always weak and is now being put to bed forever. The chaplains are not in schools to proselytise. They show their faith by their actions. They are the salvos of the schoolyard and are loved and appreciated by thousands of students, parents, teachers and principals. I see in this morning's newspaper that the plaintiff, Mr Walker, bragged about the fact that he received letters of support from 600 to 700 people, most, I suspect, from outside of Queensland. This number is laughably pathetic when compared to the 70,000 statements of support that Scripture Union Queensland received in their campaign last year to defend the High Court challenge. This vocal minority must accept the reality that school chaplaincy has the support of the majority of Queenslanders and is here to stay. Let me read an email I received today from a parent. My children's father died 17 months ago and both my girls leaned on their school chaplains for support. I truly believe our school chaplain was better and of more use than a counsellor could have been. She went to the funeral, she listened to the girls, she shared sadness and tragedies from her own life, she recommended professional counselling when the girls were ready, she was a friend to them and their other friends who couldn't understand what the girls were going through. She never, ever mentioned religion or anything related. In fact, my girls did not believe me when I told them that the chaplaincy program was in trouble because it was a church-based organisation. I myself am not religious. I have personal experiences of professional counselling and my political beliefs are more left than the current Labor Party. But I have experienced the school chaplaincy program firsthand and I, for one, am glad it will be continuing. I'm heartened to hear that the federal government has committed itself to finding alternative models of funding and very pleased that our Premier Campbell Newman has said that he will work with the federal government to make sure this program continues.
I call the member for